I'm back for our second cartoon, which is a fingerprint cartoon. And we're going to paint our fingers with our watercolor pencils, and we're going to stamp our finger down onto the paper, and then we're going to see what comes up. We're going to explore that little stamp and see what kind of cartoon it can morph into. And then we're going to use our cursive writing skills to make those cartoons. We're going to have two characters this time, and they're going to speak to each other. We're going to talk about proportions of the face. So if I do an egg shape face, and I know cartoons can be different, I want to think about, here's the vertical line, and then here's the horizontal line. Our eyes are actually on this middle line of the head. Often we want to draw eyes up here because we think about it being the face, but we have to account for our forehead and then all of our hair. So eyes are on this line. If I split this again, that's where the nose ends. And then ears end up in the same area, right on these, between these two lines. If I split what's left down here in half, that is where the lips go, and the lips go right on that line where the two lip parts meet. And then for hair, of course it would go beyond the scalp, but you also have to account for the forehead. So let's just make a little part there. And that's our really basic person. And then you can get into jaw shape and chin shape, which is what gives people a lot of distinct characteristics. Eyeballs would go in here, and then eyebrows would get added in there too. So that's just the beginnings, but that gives you some basic proportions. Now you can make really expressive faces, even just with a couple of dots and lines. Let's say that's a nose. Let's say that's a big surprise face, right? With just something like that. And our little thumbprints reflect and act because of what they become, like from what they become. If you want someone to look sort of sleepy, you can make them look sad just by changing the angle of their eyebrow. Because if I draw that same face here, and I make my eyebrows go like that versus like that, we get anger versus sad. So with just a few little changes, you can change a lot of expression about your character. So what we see here is a place where I put my finger down and I sort of rolled it. And because I rolled it, I got this more squared off appearance, and I got this little extra piece right here. And then when I printed my thumb, it sort of bumped and hit twice. And so I get some really great rings from my actual fingerprint. I also get some lines and some imperfections. Friends, those are the things that are gonna make your character that you're developing both of them, is going to make them really interesting. They're going to look like brand new inventions. They're not going to look like anything else you've ever drawn before. And so one of the characters is going to say to the other character, jump. Or maybe they both say it together, jump. That's our goal. This is an example of how you might use the fingerprint to make a face, or you might use a fingerprint to make a body. And you can do either of those things with your cartoon. In this situation, this is really quickly done, but they are playing jump rope. And so this person's saying jump.